Have you ever had that moment where you've just had a smoke or a vape, you're feeling pretty chilled, and then suddenly your heart starts racing? You decide to Google it and you see the headline, Cannabis use increases your risk of heart attack. And you're sat there wondering if you are in fact having a heart attack. Me too, so let's talk about it. Welcome to High and Polite, the place where we talk honestly about weed, health, and all the things we can do so that the plant enhances our life rather than ruins it. Today we're diving into something that more and more of us are starting to wonder. Is cannabis bad for your heart? Because you hear conflicting stuff. One study says cannabis users have more heart attacks, another says that cannabis can lower blood pressure. Someone on Reddit says that weed saved their life, someone else says it put them in hospital. So it can be hard to find a straight answer. In this video, I'm breaking it down. What the research actually says, the different effects that specific cannabinoids can have, how different consumption methods affect your heart, and most importantly, some tips on how to use cannabis in a way that reduces any risk of cardiovascular damage and may even offer some benefits. Let me preface this by saying that I'm not pro-weed or anti-weed. I'm pro-freedom to choose what we put into our body, and I'm also pro-education, because I've been through it with weed. There were years when I was waking and baking, smoking all day, every day. And I've also come out the other side. I'm still using cannabis, but in a much more intentional way. So this isn't me preaching, it's me saying, I've asked the same questions you're asking now, and here's what I found. So let's start with the scary stuff, the studies. A recent one in JAMA Cardiology found that regular cannabis users, even people using edibles and not smoking, had significantly worse vascular function than non-users. Basically, their arteries couldn't expand properly, which isn't ideal. Yes, the study was on only 55 people, but it's not the first to find an association between weed and poor heart health. Another one in the Journal of the American Heart Association showed daily cannabis users had 25% higher odds of heart attack even if they didn't smoke tobacco. And cannabis has also been linked to a higher risk of atrial fibrillation and stroke in younger adults. So yeah, the risks are real. Cannabis use, especially regular smoking and heavy THC use, can put strain on your heart. But here's where it gets interesting. Cannabis isn't one thing. It's not like alcohol, where it's all ethanol. It's more like a cocktail, and the two biggest players in that cocktail are THC and CBD, and they do very different things. THC is the main psychoactive cannabinoid, and at medium to high doses, it's been shown to speed up your heart, increase blood pressure, and trigger irregular heart rhythms in some people. Basically, if your nervous system was a car, high doses of THC hit the accelerator, which is great for creativity or getting deep into your thoughts or even doing exercise, but it can cause problems if your arteries are already stiff, inflamed, or damaged. CBD, on the other hand, tends to lower blood pressure, calm the nervous system, reduce inflammation, and maybe even protect blood vessels. So if you're using CBD-rich strains or balanced products, your heart's probably in a much better shape than if you're smashing pure THC carts every day. But there's more to the equation than cannabinoid ratios. Let's talk about how you consume it, because it matters. Smoking anything, even organic, sun-grown flower, sends tar and carbon monoxide straight into your lungs. That damages your blood vessels and raises cardiovascular risk. Full stop. Edibles obviously avoid combustion and smoke inhalation, but they can hit hard and unpredictably, especially for new users, and the heart racing effects from edibles can be pretty intense. Dry herb vaping is a kind of middle ground. I'm talking about using a temperature-controlled dry herb vape, not those sketchy carts. So you avoid combustion, but you still get fast absorption. Personally, switching to dry herb vaping was a game changer for me. No more coughing fits, no more paranoia. My mind and my body just handled it better. If you're worried about your heart health, I recommend avoiding smoking, and if you can access standardized edibles, then great. If not, give dry herb vaping a go. However, when it comes to heart health, more important than the weed and the consumption method is you, the consumer. The research on cannabis and heart health doesn't take into account context. By this I mean, why are you using cannabis? Are you using it for stress, sleep, pain relief? Are you pairing it with a healthy lifestyle? Or are you using it to escape, indulge, and doom scroll? Because cannabis doesn't exist in a vacuum. If you're sedentary, stressed, inflamed, eating badly, and then layering cannabis on top, yeah, your heart's going to struggle. But if you're eating well, moving daily, doing breath work, managing your stress, and using cannabis intentionally, the risk looks very different. It's like this. Cannabis isn't a poison or a panacea. It's a tool, and how you use it determines whether it heals or harms. So here's a concept that changed how I think about all this. It's called hormesis. Hormesis is the idea that small amounts of stress can actually make you stronger. Exercise is hormetic, Cold plunges, a hormetic, sauna, fasting, they're all examples. If you did them all day, your health would suffer, but if you do them intermittently for a short period and give your body a chance to adapt, it bounces back stronger. And interestingly, THC in low doses might also be a hormetic stressor. Some research shows it can boost metabolism and even help the aging brain. So it's totally possible that small, regular doses of THC might also support your cardiovascular system too. But again, heavy chronic use will tip the scale from acute helpful stress to chronic destructive stress. So it comes back to dose, delivery, and intention. Alright, so here's the cheat sheet for cannabis users worried about their heart health. Number 1, ditch the smoking. If you love your heart, stop burning the plant. Get a dry herb vape or use oils or edibles. Number 2, watch your THC dose. Microdose THC, mix it with CBD and other cannabinoids like CBG, or try and find strains or products with a more balanced profile. Number 3, check your lifestyle. Don't use weed to mask chronic stress, poor sleep, or emotional pain. Use it to enhance rather than to numb. Number 4, pair it with good habits. Cannabis alongside nature, movement, music, breathwork is perfect. Cannabis alongside junk food, alcohol, doom scrolling, no bueno. Number 5, listen to your body. If you're experiencing palpitations, dizziness, or shortness of breath, that's your nervous system waving a red flag. So is cannabis bad for your heart? It can be, but it doesn't have to be. If you're thoughtful about it, you keep your THC doses low, you add in CBD, and you keep your body moving, and if you treat the plant with respect, cannabis can be part of a long, healthy, and high-functioning life. But if you're using it daily to escape from stress while sitting on your ass all day and smashing a pizza at midnight, then yeah, weed ain't gonna help. If you found this video helpful, you'll love our newsletter. In it, we offer grounded insights into science, culture, and the wellness side of cannabis. You can sign up at highandpolite.co.uk or click the link in the description. Take care of your heart, it's important, and I'll see you in the next one.